Hey, what's going on, No Nation? It's CJ Wilson here with DoakTalk. Of course, I am your host. This is the last big official visit weekend for FSU for the month of June. We started to see some of those visits pay dividends with some recent commits, but usually we don't see the bulk of that during the month of July. So FSU has been very busy with hosting official visits, camps, and things like that. We're going to go ahead and jump into the names for this weekend's visits just to get you guys familiar with what's going to be going on campus. Before we start, make sure you guys hit that like button, like I always ask, and subscribe, and hit that subscribe button as well, like I always ask. If you're new to Dope Talk, welcome, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's going to be a real fun ride. We cover all things FSU. All right, guys, I go ahead and jump right into it. As far as this weekend official visitors, and no name is bigger than five-star linebacker Xavier Griffin. Xavier Griffin, like I said, he is a five-star. He is the number one linebacker in the country and the number 8 overall player in the country. Big time prospect out of Gainesville, Georgia, originally from Alabama, but is playing his high school football in Gainesville, Georgia. If you guys remember, he recently was committed to the University of Southern California, decommitted from USC as he wanted to continue his recruitment and take more visits. And USC pretty much is trying to adapt the Dabo Sweeney Clemson rule in regards to once you commit, your recruitment is officially shut down. So not Payne, Griffin wanted to still explore his options as other schools were still pushing for him. You have University of Alabama, University of Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, and FSU are the teams that are trying to battle for his services. Um, he's originally from Alabama, so it's been a lot of smoke and a lot of buzz with the Alabama Crimson Tide in regards to who lead within this recruitment. But Griffin has been pretty, how can I put this? He's spoken highly of FSU in the past in regards to his relationships he's had with the staff and things like that. So getting him on campus for this visit is very important if FSU wants to continue to be within the contenders of the likes of Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia, and things like that. So this is the biggest official visitor on the weekend. We'll see if FSU can roll the red carpet out and try to impress Xavier Griffin to open his eyes a little bit and consider the nose. All right, guys, moving on. Let's talk about a few other prospects. Well, now let's go into some kids that's committed to FSU that will be on campus as well. We have four-star running back Amari Thomas out of Bluntstown. He has been committed to FSU since the early portion. I think it was like in January or February, if I'm not mistaken. Early portion of the year. Had 1,800 yards, 34 touchdowns this past season as a junior. Ended up transferring to Bluntstown from Mariana, local 850 kid. The University of South Carolina has been pushing very heavily for Thomas. He took an official visit there. He was on campus for FSU's recent 7-on-7 tournament, and is going to follow that up with an official visit this weekend. So FSU is going to try to do their thing and lock down his recruitment 100%. He is currently committed to the nose, so we'll see how this weekend play out. Another FSU commit, four-star wide receiver Ephan White will be on campus this weekend for his official visit, standing at 6'1", 160 pounds. NC State and Notre Dame are other two teams that have gotten visits from White this summer. Xavier Payne, one of the first commitments for FSU in regards to this new staff. Herb Payne did a hell of a job in recruiting him previously at UCF. 6'7", 320 pound. Yeah, you heard me right. 6'7", 320-pound offensive tackle, three-star. He transferred from Orlando Jones. We were playing football down in Miami, Florida for Edison High School. Took official visits to Syracuse and the University of Colorado. All right, guys, this is a really big one in my opinion. Although he's a three-star, his film, he doesn't have three-star film. He's a big-time playmaker, and that's Karon Mayock, three-star linebacker out of Miami Central. This kid's recruitment has been blowing up. He's been taking official visits pretty much everywhere. I think Miami, Florida, Colorado, Alabama, to say the least. He did recently drop a top 3, so to speak, in regards to before he makes his final decision. Now, granted, he is committed to FSU. He committed to FSU early in this process, so hats off to the staff for getting involved from a, how can I put this, from a evaluation standpoint and kind of get in front of other schools and getting this commitment. Has Bama, University of Florida, and FSU as his final 3 before he makes his decision. FSU does get the last official visit. He's a violent football player. Comes with bad intentions when it comes to striking his opponents. Big time player. So FSU needs to do a good job this weekend in regards to locking that recruitment up. Now, this name here is going to be pretty familiar with you guys. 4-star defensive back Jay Timmons from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh to be exact, will be on campus for an official visit to FSU. The 4-star DB stands 5'11", 185 pounds. He is currently committed to Indiana. When I say this name will sound familiar to you guys, his last name is Timmons. That's right. He is the son of former FSU linebacker and first-round pick and longtime Pittsburgh Steeler Lawrence Timmons. So Jay took an unofficial visit to FSU in June and camped at FSU for a camp, balled out during the camp. Was one of the most impressive defensive backs at the camp. Ended up earning an offer from FSU based upon his camp performance, and of course, naturally, due to his relationship with the program and things like that, the interest on both sides pretty much took off from there. Ended up scheduling an official visit. I do like FSU chances to go ahead and flip Jay Timmons from the University of Indiana. Go ahead and come on home and be that legacy recruit that we all know. So Jay Timmons will be on campus as well for an official visit. Four-star tight end Heze Kent from Brunswick, Georgia, will be on campus. Now, this kid stands at 6'5", 280 pounds. I know you guys hear that and think offensive tackle, but a lot of schools have been recruiting him as a tight end, including FSU. You have the University of Florida, University of Miami, and University of Texas are other schools that's in the mix. I will say Miami probably has the momentum right now, so it'd be a good job for FSU to try to get him on and sway things in regards to his official visit. His last visit to FSU on campus was early in, I think it was in March, if I'm not mistaken, for a practice. So to get Kent back on campus is definitely big. He will be hosted by FSU for this official visit. All right, guys, want to stick with the defensive line. We have an edge rusher and Chris Addison, three-star, 6'3", 250-pounder from Louisiana. He will be on campus as well for his official visit. You have Arizona State, Michigan State, and UCLA are the other teams that received official visits for Addison this summer. Ben Mubinga, 6'5", 283, three-star offensive tackle from Beaufort, Georgia. He has Georgia Tech, Arkansas, and NC State are the other teams he's officially visited. So like I said, Herb Hand throughout this month of June and even the last weekend in May has done a hell of a job in getting campus and body type and body size on campus for official visits. And we're going to continue with that. Four-star offensive lineman Donnell Robinson from Mississippi, standing at 6'4", 290 pounds, will be taking an official visit to FSU this weekend. The other only guys want to wrap things up with this visit. With this video, with this last visit, and again, stick with the offensive line. Herb Hand's done a hell of a job getting a lot of bodies on campus, and this is a new offer and a new name to the recruiting board. And this kid, Luke Francis. This kid is a London import offensive lineman standing at 6'4", 340 pounds. He's a massive human being, to say the least. He will be transferring to Coral Gables Senior High School down in Miami to play his last year of high school ball. Camped at FSU this week, impressed the coaches, earned the offer. We got him on campus for an official visit, and things are kind of going from there. We're talking about a kid who's been blowing up within the last week, camping at Florida, earning various P5 offers. So I do commend FSU, Herb Hand, and Stafford County getting him on campus early, identifying the talent and identifying something that you could develop with that size. 6'4", 340, you can't teach that. So we got on it early, got the offer, and got the official visit. Hopefully we can lock things down now and get in his ear and possibly get an early commitment before things really start to blow up and teams realize what type of player this kid could be potentially down the line. All right, guys, that's what we have for this video. Make sure you guys see that like button, subscribe to the channel. Some very important visits for FSU, including Xavier Griffin, Karon Mayock, and others, this, that, and third. So we're going to try to do a good weekend of locking things down and doing what FSU has been doing throughout this entire, to be completely honest with you, this entire recruiting process as far as official visits. That's just being their self, showing how family-oriented the staff is, how you can be successful at FSU, and also the bond between the players and the coaches. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Go Noles.